Okay, having a look at our Year 8 weekly task for Term 4, and this is week 4. So, just like the previous ones, we're filling in our conversion diagram. So, kilometres to metres, we would be multiplying by 1,000, metres to centimetres, multiplying by 100, centimetres to millimetres, multiplying by 10. Then going back the other way, millimetres to centimetres, dividing by 10, centimetres to metres, dividing by 100, and metres to kilometres, dividing by 1,000. So if we've got 280 millimetres and we want to convert to centimetres, we're going to need to divide by 10, and 280 divided by 10 is going to give us 28 millimetres as our answer. 116.7 centimetres going to millimetres, we're going to be multiplying by 10, and we will get 1167 millimetres. And then we've got 4 metres going to centimetres. That means we're multiplying by 100, so we're going to get 400 centimetres. Our rule for circumference, C is equal to 2 pi r, or we can write C is equal to pi times diameter, where the r is for the radius, d for diameter. Here we're finding out the perimeter of this shape. Now we've got a rectangle and then a semicircle. So our rectangle has 4, 4 and 5 as the sides. That means the diameter of our circle must be 5. So that means we have got our perimeter is going to be our sides plus the half of pi d for that circle. So we've got 4 plus 5 plus 5 plus a half of pi times 5. So that means we get 14 plus, and then when we do this part with the half circle, we've got 0.5 times pi times 5, and that gives us 7.85 as our circle part of that. Adding that to the 14, and we get 21.85, and our unit is centimetres. Then we've got our area conversion diagram. So just like for our 1/4 perimeter that we started with, but we've got the squared. So we've got multiplying by 1,000 squared, multiplying by 100 squared, multiplying by 10 squared, dividing by 10 squared, dividing by 100 squared, dividing by 1,000 squared, or we could write those full numbers. So we could write multiplying by 1,000,000, multiplying by 10,000, multiplying by 100, etc. Here we've got converting the units metres squared to kilometres squared. So that means we are going to divide by 1,000,000 or by 1,000 squared. So we're going to get our 90,000 divided by 1,000, and we can type that in and put the squared there, and we get 0.09 kilometres squared. Then we've got 7,000 centimetres squared, we're going to metres squared, so we're going to divide by 100 squared. And we get 0.7 metres squared. Now we're writing our rules for our shapes. So we've got our area of a circle is pi r squared. Our area of a parallelogram is base times height. Our trapezium is a half outside of a plus b times height. And our rhombus is a half xy. So looking at the shapes that we've got our circle here. So area is equal to pi r squared. We're given the radius, so it's just going to be pi times 5.2 squared. And we get 84.95, and that will be centimetres squared. Now in the second one we've got two shapes joined together. So we've got this square here that's going to be area equals side squared. So we've got 6 squared, so 36 metres squared for that part. For the triangle, we've got a base of 6 and a height of 4. So our area is a half of base times height for our triangle. A half of 6 times 4. 6 times 4 is 24. A half of 24 is 12 metres squared. So then we just need to add those two together. And so the area is going to be the 36 plus 12. So it will be 48 metres squared. On to the second side. we've got our capacity units here. So 1,000 millilitres is 1 litre, 1,000 litres is 1 kilolitre, 1,000 kilolitres is 1 megalitre, 1 centimetre cubed is 1 millilitre, 1 metre cubed is 1 kilolitre. So then we've got our surface area and volume of this cylinder here. So our volume is just going to be pi r squared times height. So we've got pi times 11 squared times 11. And we get 4181.46, and that will be centimetres cubed. Then for our surface area, it is 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi rh. So we've got 2 times pi times 11 squared plus 2 times pi times 11 times 11. So we get 760.26, and the other one will be 760.2, actually should round that to 27. And so we get 1520.53 as our answer there, and that will be centimetres squared. Filling in our missing numbers for our time: 60 seconds in a minute, 60 minutes in an hour, 24 hours in a day, 7 days in a week, 52 weeks in a year, and 12 months in a year. Changing our 10:05 to 24-hour time, because it's PM, we're going to add the 12 to that, so we get 22. We keep the minutes numbers the same, and then we put the H on the end. Our rules for congruent triangles: we've got our SSS, SAS, AAS, and RHS. And our parallel lines, we have the F rule, the U rule, and the Z rule. Then we are looking for the congruent shapes giving coded reasons. So we've got 11 and a 4 here, and then we've got 11 and a 4 over there, and we've got the right angle. So I'm going to put a little number in each of them. So triangle 1 is congruent to triangle 4, and that's for the RHS rule, because they have a right angle and the hypotenuse and a side. Then we've got here 4, 5, 4, 5, 40, 40, yep. So these ones match. This one we have, we could say, we've got a couple options. So we could say it's side, angle, side, because we've got the 4, the right angle, and the 5 there, so the angle between those two. We could also say angle, angle, side, because we have 2 angles in the triangle and we have a side there as well. So we've got the 2 options for why those 2 are congruent. And then lastly, our Pythagoras theorem questions. So we've got our A, B, C. And so we've got our C squared equals A squared plus B squared. So X squared is equal to 40 squared plus 50 squared. Pop that in the calculator. And we get 4100. And so we're just going to do the square root of that. And we get 64.03 kilometres for our answer there. For the second one, we're finding the shorter side, so we've got our 100 squared is equal to x squared plus 80 squared. So we're going to need to do the 100 squared, take away the 80 squared to leave us with the x squared. So we'll do our 100 squared, take 80 squared, and we get 3,600. And then we're just doing the square root of that answer, and we get 60. And that will be centimetres. Now this one fits into our golden ratio triangle because 100 is 5 times 20, 80 is 4 times 20, so this one had to be 3 times 20, which is 60 for the 3, 4, 5 golden ratio.